Hey folks, good morning. Joe Mangiacotti here from the Joe Mangiacotti Show, AM 830 WCRN, and of course our affiliate station in Western Massachusetts, AM 730 WACE. Starting at 6 a.m. to 8 a.m., you can join the conversation at 508-871-7000. Also, our text line is 617-297-8388. And follow us on our social media platforms at Joe Mangi Show, Mangi. Joe Mangi Show. A lot to talk about. All right, so Durham moves it from a wide scope, administrative type look into the Russian hoax as far as the dossier and what steps were taken to alter the 2016 elections, but not by Donald Trump, by Democrat operatives in the Hillary Clinton campaign, and it's moved into a criminal proceeding, which opens a lot of doors, powers of subpoena, and actually arrests, indictments, and so forth. So you know that Brennan, Clapper, a lot of people are very, very nervous the last 48 hours. I'm sorry, no sympathy. These people, looks like, and unless you are just absolutely so biased that you are going to believe what is obviously happening, which always strikes me as interesting, that when you're talking to a diehard Clintonite or just a diehard anti-Trumper, all the rules and all of the assumptions and the jumps that are being made against Trump with no evidence are totally ignored, and they're looking for God himself or Jesus Christ to come down off the cross and explain it to them in blood before they're going to believe anything. But if you have a ounce of unbiased bone in your body and at least you don't even have to be a three-digit IQ. As long as you're in the high 80 to 90s, you're going to realize that what went on is horrible. And I don't care how you feel about Trump, the fact that operatives within the federal government, in cooperation with intelligence agencies and operatives from foreign nations, did what they did to an American citizen and then to a president-elect and then the president of the United States, that should scare the bejesus out of you. And not to mention that this guy was a multi-billionaire with more attorneys than you or I could ever imagine having on our side. Look what they did to him. What can be done to you if you go against their will, if you don't play by their rules? Scary as all heck. So I've been saying a long time on this show, and I know a lot of you have called and they're like, what's going on? I hope Attorney Barr isn't another Jeff Sessions, and why isn't anything happening? And I told you, wait, you got to have confidence that there's something happening. It's coming down the pike. There's something in the works. I think we're seeing a glimpse of that, and I think that you'll see more to come. And we just saw Baker in the last 24 hours flip, is what they're calling it, but he's going to be a cooperating witness at this point. So, and you know, I said this too. I said this last week. I said there's too much there. The Attorney General and Durham and these people, they don't fly to Italy and have meetings in skiffs, and that's what skiffs are really meant for, by the way, not phony impeachment hearings. That isn't where you hold it, in a skiff in the basement of the Capitol building. But when you have a meeting like Barr's having or had in Italy, that's when you have it in a skiff, a secure location with no electronic devices allowed in it and no way to monitor it. And when he has those, he's not over there looking at the Sistine Chapel, believe me. He was over there for some serious business, and obviously that serious business is happening now. And you're going to see more and more of this coming out. So it's just the beginning, folks. More and more people are going to be very nervous. So we'll talk about that. Also, in the second hour today, we're going to have a very special guest. Craig Stevens is going to join us, and he is an expert when it comes to the pipeline and the demonstrators. Well, I wanted to talk to somebody who has a little experience and a little knowledge about the cost and damage that these protesters are doing, and how does that work in with, of course, our freedom to assemble and our freedom to speech, but at what point do they just cross the line, if you know what I mean? So that's hour two. Craig Stevens will join us at that time, and you can join the conversation from as I broadcast from the Clinton Savings Bank studios, our palatial but not overly ostentatious studios, high atop the Carberry Building in Westboro, Massachusetts. 508-871-7000 to join that conversation. I'm Joe Mangiacotti, and I'll see you on the radio.